Почитувани, добар ден. Гостен во неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа е представникот на УНХЦР во Скопје, господинот Мохамед Ариф. Господине Ариф, какви се проценките на УНХЦР околу развојот на настаните со мигрантската криза во земјава?
Currently, I would say that we are still receiving refugees from Greece here, and though the number has gone down, as we were expecting this in summer, that winter may bring the flow into a lesser number. So on average now we have between 1,500 to 2,000 people daily crossing into the country here, and we have now, with the support of the government and all other partners, UN and non-governmental partners and civil societies, have so far been able to establish the setup in Benuyug in Gevgelија, which is receiving people, receiving refugees from Greece, and then they keep on moving. And the center, refugee aid center in Табановце is also functioning very well, and both the centers are winterized, and the facilities and structures are in place, and which provides for the number of people coming, refugees coming, a very humane and decent stay, though the stay is short. So we are working together on this with the government and other international and national organizations.
Зимата веќе изминува, а подготовките за неа се уште не се завршени до крај. Што уште недостасува?
Yeah, actually, I would say that always there is a room for improving things. There is a lot of improvement as compared to month and a half or 2 or 3 months before. So I would say we are not in that kind of difficult situation as we used to be, but it does not mean that we have achieved the ideal. We still have to improve it further, and to be especially make a place for in case there is a problem where people have to stay for a longer period of time as compared to how they, for the duration that they stay now. If say if they stay for a night or 2 or 3, if it happens because of change in the policy, or because of problems at the border, or problems with the transportation, and people stay for a longer period of time, so we are not ready. That is a challenge that our centers that we have now is purely on the basis of a short transit stay. So if in case, because of one or the other reason, refugees have to stay longer for, or as I said, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 days, then we would have a challenge, and then we with the government, of course, being in the lead, would have a difficult situation to handle, and that's where I think, in my own, we are lacking, and that we need to be to have that in mind still, that we should have a facility in case something happens, and then and these people have to stay a longer period of time.
Може ли да заклучиме дека ние се уште не сме подготвени да дозволиме престој на неколку илјади мигранти или бегалци во земјава според Европскиот договор од 17 точки?
Yes, I would say that as I mentioned before, the stay in this country here is built, the facilities, the structures that are on the ground now, which are built, is purely on the basis of short stay, and I think that's maximum 6 hours. So, besides that, for a longer stay, there is no, to my knowledge, there is no arrangement. So, we only have arrangement for a short stay in the two places, Venuyug and Табановце. About 2,000 people for maximum 6 hours or maybe slightly more hours, we have the place ready. But again, these two places are not built with the idea of having people to stay overnight, 2 nights, 3 nights. No, these places are purely on the basis of a short transitory stay.
Европската политика за мигрантската криза делумно влијаеше на намалувањето на бројките на луѓе кои што транзитираат низ балканската рута. Очекувате ли целосно затварање на границите?
Well, let me reply to this by looking at what has happened so far. There was this 3 nationality selection that we accept, that they accept only 3 nationality. First of all, UNHCR does not believe in this. We don't decide international protection based on nationalities. This is not UNHCR, according to UNHCR mandate. The international protection is provided based on the merit of the case, irrespective of which religion, which country, which region, which language the person speaks, from where he or she belongs. This is very clear for us. We don't believe, this is not our way of providing international protection. But when this was imposed, the 3 nationality selection, that only these 3 nationalities, Iraqi, Iran, Afghan and Syrian, can now have easy. What has happened to others? Have they stopped? They have not stopped. They have continued. Now maybe not in big number, but then what happened? You have the smugglings, you have again the mafias coming up, you have more the smuggling, human trafficking, gangs and mafia and beatings and all these things have started coming up again, and the business of the smugglers have again revived, and again in booming business has sprung from this decision. So I don't think that border closures would solve the problem. What would solve the problem is a collective and comprehensive solution to the problem. One, asylum systems in the countries that are working efficiently and properly in line with international standards, and even more than that, solution to the problems, political solutions to the problems in the countries of origin where the problems are taking place, whether it is Afghanistan, whether it is Iraq, whether it is Syria, or any other country. So border closure would, in my view, would create more suffering. Now, it does not mean, because border management of the border is the responsibility and prerogative of any sovereign country. There we don't interfere, but we only insist or stress on that the human rights of those who are coming to the border are respected and they are not pushed back.
Ви благодарам за разговорот.
My pleasure.
Вам, почитувани, ви благодарам што го следавте неделното интервју на Радио Слободна Европа. До гледање.